Hey y'all, I'm doing another screencast for my reflection. This time I'm wanting to show off some software that I use at school in a less exciting way. I've been trying to do Scratch more, and I've been daydreaming about other kind of fun software that I can teach in the classroom, but there's a lot of technology that I use day to day just to like get by as a teacher. So I'm going to be showing off Engrade, which is a website where you can set up your own gradebook for a class, which if you haven't taught as a teacher with a gradebook, it's a huge part of your job as a teacher, and there's a good chance that you'll be asked to use software for your school district or for whatever school you're at. They might ask you to use a particular program, and you enter your grades very systematically, and it gets uploaded to the big old server where they can check in on what you're doing. For me, though, our school's a lot smaller, and we kind of play by our own rules, so I've been using this free website called Engrade. This is Engrade. I'm going to log in real quick. I just made a new account. This is the home screen. I've logged into Engrade, and this is me as a teacher. I'm guessing I could upload a picture, but I am not doing that. It's a pretty simple website, and I use it very minimally, but I'll just show you some of the basics of it. You can do really cool stuff with it. You can get your students signed up for Engrade so that they can see their grades, they can interact with it in some way. I don't do that, not now. Maybe at some point it might be nice, but I just use it in the most basic way. So I've already made a class called Educational Technology. I click on that. Here it is. I have some students enrolled in this class. I can look at each individual student's progress, but right now it's not really going to say much of anything because they don't have any grades in. I can take attendance in this. This is where I take my daily attendance. My students show up, and I have this up on my screen for the first 5-10 minutes of class, and Jenny shows up, and so I say, oh, she's present. Oh, and then Josie shows up, she's present too, and then maybe Jamisha shows up late, and so I count her late, and then Johnny doesn't show up at all. So then next day I can do the same thing, and then at the end of the week kind of see my tallies. I can also look, not working right now. Normally I could see a big overview of everything that they've gotten. I can click on a student and see this is Jenny's attendance for this last month. I can also add grades, and this is where it really comes in handy. So I go to the assignment screen here, and I can make a new assignment. There's other ways to make new assignments. This is one of the easiest ways. So let's say that we did reflection number 1, and let's say it's out of a possible 15 points, and it's due this Thursday. And so Jenny has turned hers in, and she got a 15, and Jamisha turned hers in, and she got a 14, and so far Johnny and Josie don't have it in. Submit that, and so you can see, ooh, they're getting A's, and then 2 of our absent students are getting F's. They're a little behind on work, but then they turn it in, so I can add the grade, and so Johnny got a 10, and Josie got 11. Okay, and I can see their grades go up real time on the screen right there. I can also, let's see, where would I find this? Maybe in the settings section? I can, yeah, here we go, grade settings. I can make assignment categories, so I could say, and I can weigh them too. So I have this in my class. I can say class participation. This is where I put participation grades, but also work that we do in class, and it's a big part of what we do, so 50%. And then tests and quizzes, and make that 25%, and then I can put attendance, which normally I have that under class participation. Let's say class attendance is 5% of the grade, and then we need some other stuff, like homework is 10% of the grade, and then I need another 20, let's say, I don't know. Let's just say homework is 30. There we go. So now I have these weights for my grade, and I can save the settings. Oh, it doesn't add to 100. The science teacher cannot add. There we go. Save settings. And now I have my grade book so that when I look at this assignment, I can say which type of grade it is. This is class participation, or let's say it's homework. So it's homework, so now it's weighted a little bit differently. It's weighted less. And this makes a difference, and it really helps when I'm adding up things, because on my syllabus I tell my students very upfront and transparently, here's the breakdown of your grade. This type of work will have this type of weight and impact on your grade. And I don't have to worry about doing that math. It'll do it for me, and it'll tell me students' grades. It's very interactive. When Johnny is missing work and he wants to see how he's doing, I can see, okay, this is why you're getting an F, because you're missing this assignment. But if you do the assignment and get 15, you'll be passing. And especially when they have 30 assignments in here, I can really show them pretty much break it down, and it's very helpful on makeup days when Johnny comes over to my computer and I tell him, okay, you're missing this, this, and this right here, and maybe this right here, this down here, and if I add the grades to it, you can see the grade changing in real time. That's the grade you could be getting if you turn in this missing work. Very, very helpful. And I'm assuming that if I get students on Engrade 2, I could do this in a much more interactive way where they can access it at home, show it to their parents. A very great way to make the whole grading process easy and transparent. Before I wrap this up, I'll just show you how to make a new class. I can say create a new class, and I'll call it Biology 1. It's for this school year, and grading period. I don't totally know what they expect you to use this for, but I'll say it's third hour. That's the grading period that I would put for it. Grade level, it's tough because I'm teaching all high school, so I say somewhere between here and here, maybe 12th grade. Subject area is science. Now it asks, how do I want to grade this? And I can do the same thing, use the assignment categories, weight them, like I did for the other classes. And now I enter my student list, and I can put Josie Beck right here. And now here's my gradebook. I can have that for all my classes. And so on my school account I have Biology 1, and I usually name them by the periods, so Biology 1, 2, 3, Physics 1 and 2. It's a great way to kind of balance all my stuff and have it really accessible right here. I think there's even an app I could get for my phone, which would be really nice. There's days when we go to the park or we're just not in the classroom, and I could access my gradebook at any time. So a student who shows up late and is 30 minutes late and comes to meet us at the park, I can just pull my phone out and sign her into class. So yeah, this is the basics of Engrade. Like I said, you might be forced at your school to use a particular type of software for grading. But if you have an opportunity to kind of play around, there's other free gradebooks like this, and there's desktop software that some of our teachers use. I found this to be really, really helpful. I love using it. Check it out. Even if you're not going to be teaching for another few years, just play around with it and have fun, pretend like you're a teacher right now. And yeah, it's really great software. I recommend using it. And that is my reflection for the week.